Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tuesday Talks. Hi, Sherry, how are you? Hi there, Angie. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we did have some fun planner talk last week. I'm doing good. I'm actually feeling pretty good today. So I'm a little tired, just a little bit. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. Yes, I've been seeing your pictures. Are y'all enjoying having your niece there with you? Sherry, did you post excuse me, the salad dressing that you were making? I wanted to see the end result of that. Those were some interesting ingredients, so I wanted to see how that turned out. Hey there, Natalie. Oh, she went home Sunday. Awesome. Well, that's good. Y'all enjoyed her. Yes, yes. So tonight we're going to be talking about movie nights. I have a lot of questions to ask y'all, and the reason I came up with this topic because I've been watching a lot of movies lately. Um, and so let me turn off my volume on my phone because I'm in a group chat and it's going off. Um, so let's see. I tried to turn it. That's what it is. Notifications. Okay. All right. I should be good now. Um, hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Raz. It's like a southwestern dressing. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and because I want to see how that turned out. Sounded good. All right, so we're talking about movie nights, and movie nights would not be movie nights if we didn't have all the snacks to go with movie nights, right? So, y'all know me, like, oh, please do, Sherry, please do. I always have snacks, right? So, something you might want to snack on while watching a movie, you might want to snack on some Cheez-Its. What else do I got around here? You could snack on some candy, I always got something, right? I always got a snack. Well, this week's snack is Oreo just keeps coming out with new cookies. So here's a limited edition Oreo strawberry frosted donut. So it uses the golden Oreo cookie. It has a pink colored cream with glitter. Now, I'm going to be honest. It doesn't really taste like a donut. Like, it doesn't. I think it's just the whole look and feel of it. more so than anything. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you open it up. And hopefully this one will open up really nicely. So let's see. All right, so here is what it looks like. I mean, it looks more like a donut than anything, and but it doesn't really, it's like this pink cream part over, it's like a tan cream underneath that. I don't know if y'all could tell. The tan cream, you can see the rim of the tan cream. It doesn't really taste like a donut. It doesn't really taste like a donut. I mean, it has a little sprinkles in with the pink frosting. It's sweet. I can tell you that much. It's very sweet. I think it has more of a cake taste than a donut taste, I would say. But I mean, if you want something sweet and you like the golden Oreos, hey, it is limited edition, but it's sweet. No doubt about that. It is sweet. If I had to rate this cookie on a scale of 1 to 5, five being the best, I'd have to give it a 3 because I don't think it really tastes like a donut. It does have a slight strawberry flavor. I mean, I think it's a fun cookie. That's for sure. It's definitely a fun cookie with the sprinkles and stuff in there. I think kids would love these. But it's sweet. Did I say that it was sweet? Because it's a sweet cookie. I feel like this cream is sweeter than the regular cream. It's very sweet. So in that aspect, it is sweet like a glaze on a donut. So maybe I'll put that 3 to like a 3.5 because it is sweet like a glaze on a donut for sure. But it's sweet. Kids would get a kick out of this cookie. Junior, have you tried one of these? Strawberry frosted donut Oreo. You want to try it and give me your take on it? Tell me if you like it. We'll get a perspective from a kid, but it's. I'm not gonna lie, it's sweet. I don't think any Oreo I've ever had a cream this sweet. It's like super sweet. I don't know. Yeah, it's really, really sweet. This is like one of those cookies where you can only eat one and then you got to move on. Kind of like their dark chocolate. I don't know if y'all have ever had the dark chocolate Oreos. They're not sweet. They are super rich. Like when I say rich, they're super rich and I could only eat one and then I would move on. But now they're making that dark chocolate one in the thins, which I think I'll be able to tolerate that better. So I'm going to stop with this cookie for now. All right, so we're going to give that a 3.5 out of 5. That's what we'll give that cookie. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on with our movie nights questions. Now, I know that Brittany over at Coffee Planner Mom, I love that her and her family does movie nights. They do movie nights every week, and then they take turns picking the movie that they're going to watch. I think that's so cool and that they really stick to that as a family and do that every week. I love that. So let's go ahead and get started with our first question. Are you a movie buff? That's the first question. That's very sweet for you to take such a huge bite. That's very sweet. Yeah. Are you a movie buff? Me, I think I'm more of a television show person than a movie person. Me personally, I think I prefer television shows more. Angie says no, she's not a movie buff. Now, I must say, probably back in the day, I was more of a movie person when movies were really, really good. The way they make movies now, yeah. So maybe back in the day, I was probably more of a movie person. Not so much today. Um, like I said, I prefer a television show. Raz said no for me. That's a no for Raz. Yeah, I don't like the way that movies are really made today. They're just, I don't think most of them are that great. So I do prefer to go with the TV shows. Let's see, what was the next question? Because I think I have quite a few. How often would you say you watch movies? Yeah. Prior to people to this pandemic and being pretty much stuck in the house and not able to go here and there like you really want to, prior to that, I would have to say that I barely watched movies at all. I'm not want to really go to the theater because it's cold. The theater is too cold. And as quickly as movies these days come to DVD and streaming um, things, I didn't bother much to go to the theater. Hey, Christy. But I would have to say I watch more movies now than I used to. And that's because Netflix has become one of my good friends over the last year. And so I tend to, like I said, I tend to watch more. But the crazy thing is, too, even though I'm watching more, I watch more Netflix and Prime original movies than I do so-called blockbuster movies. I love the theater, but probably only went like twice a year. Yeah, I can't stand the cold in the theater. For years, I would never go. And then, a group of friends and we would try to do like girls' nights out and go to the theater. I can't stand being in a cold theater. I can't stand it. I literally take a blanket with me when I go, and I layer up with my clothing. Usually wear some kind of hoodie and another shirt under that. I cannot stand to be cold. So yeah. um, let's see. Rarely, but I prefer to watch movies on cable TV on channels like USA. Yeah, same. Same. More so than the blockbuster ones. Now, what I don't like is that the Lifetime, like the Lifetime app and the Lifetime channel, you used to be able to watch all of their movies on there. And then they came out with LMN, and you could watch all of the movies on there. And now that is, I believe, a paid streaming service now, which is a bummer. Actually, before I went live, I was watching a movie on Lifetime's YouTube channel. They have a full movie on there with what is her name? Kimberly Elise, I think is her name. She's been in some of Tyler Perry's plays. She was in Set It Off. I think Set It Off was like her big break movie. And so I was watching the movie with her. I haven't finished it, so I'll finish it later. But yeah. So yeah, other than the last year, I barely watched movies. I'm a television show person. I like my certain shows, and I like to watch those. And every now and then, I would watch a movie.
They smell sweet.
They are sweet. They're really sweet. Matter of fact, where's my water? Um, yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Next question. This we kind of answered this. Do you prefer theaters or Netflix slash DVD? I would prefer to not go to the theater. For one, like I said, the theater is extremely cold. Two, everything is so expensive at the theater these days. I remember when I was with my ex, and he loved to go to the movies. He loved to go all the time, and so I'd be like, okay, I'll pay for the tickets, and you pay for the snacks. I was winning, y'all. I was winning because the tickets are nothing compared to what you're going to pay when you get the snacks. So I would always pay for the tickets. He paid for the snacks because he wanted all the snacks, like all of everything. He wanted the popcorn and the drinks and the candy. I remember there was one theater that used to have this brownie a la mode that was so good. I remember the first time we went to that theater, we got that brownie a la mode and we shared it. It was so good. We ordered another one and we would order it every single time we went to that theater. And one thing I didn't like it too was that he will go pay to watch any kind of movie, even the ones you know are going to be like D-rated. I'm not trying to pay to go see a D-rated movie. Let's wait for that to come to DVD or something, you know what I mean? But he would want to go see any and everything in the theater. But yeah, I just give me Netflix. Give me Netflix. Now we do have Alamo Draft House, and they actually just filed for bankruptcy, so it's kind of sad because I really like going there because their food is delicious. I don't mind paying the price for their food because it's like going to a restaurant and eating. It's not just like movie theater food. It's really good food. And now they're probably going to close up because pandemic, of course, hit the movie theaters hard, you know? So I'm going to miss that place. Man, they make some good food. I would used to say, can we just come just to get the food? But you could just go in and like order food in the lobby. And so I might want to go try and enjoy some of their stuff before they close up. Christy says she prefers the theater for the experience and the popcorn and Netflix for the binge. I like that. I like that. I just can't stand that cold. I don't know if you guys remember this movie with what is her name? The lady from the Titanic. She was in a movie with Idris Elba, and their plane crashed or whatever, and they were in the snow. They crashed in some snowy mountain. Oh, Lord. That was the most excruciating experience at the movie theater, to sit in a very cold theater and watch a movie where the entire thing takes place on a snowy mountain, and the movie was long. And I swear, just watching the snow made it that much colder in the theater. And I was so ready for that movie to be over because I was dying in there, just dying. I was so happy when it came to an end. Okay. Yeah, just looking at snow was making me freeze. Not a good combination. Snowy movie and cold theater. Not a good combination whatsoever. Oh, goodness. All right. What is one of your favorite movies? What is one of your favorite movies? So me, anytime anybody asks me something like that, I am definitely going back to the 80s because movies were the greatest in the 80s. I'm sorry. They just were. One of my favorites, I would have to say, is the original Poltergeist. Poltergeist, the first one. The first one. That's one of my favorites. I used to be able to recite every line of that movie. I still recite one of those lines all the time. You moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies. That is my favorite line of that movie. So when somebody does something crazy or they didn't do it quite right, I will tell them that. You moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies. I always say that, especially to my brother. I said that to my godson. That was either earlier today or yesterday. Yeah, the original Poltergeist is one of my favorites for sure. My cousin Benny. Oh yes, those old school. Yeah, those are the good old days. All the 80s movies and early 90s movies were good. Then you're going to make another one. Go ahead. You can make another one. There is a cake mix over there. Yeah, that was a good one. Yes, that's another one that I really like too, Raz. The book is really good too. Read the book twice. Read the book twice. Watched the movie, I don't even know how many times. Color Purple. Yeah, that's a classic. Silence of the Lambs. Okay, Clarice. You know they're making a TV show called Clarice, right? Oh, Children of the Attic. Children of the Attic. Yeah, I watched all of those and read all of those books. The Day After Tomorrow is the movie I can watch whenever it comes on TV. The Day After Tomorrow. Let me try to remember what that was about. What was that one about? Was that a sci-fi movie or am I tripping? The Day After Tomorrow. What was that one about, Raz? The Day After Tomorrow. Of course, I love the Friday movies, mainly the first one. I know every line of that one because that movie was hilarious. Set It Off was another one of my favorites. OMG, I love that movie. Climate Change movie 1 and 2. Okay, haven't seen that. I was thinking of something else, so I haven't seen that. Okay. Intense weather, freezing cold. Don't want to watch a freezing cold movie in the theater ever again. Oh, To Wong Fu. I remember that. That was a funny one. Oh my god! Like I said, my favorites are the Goonies, all those '80s movies like that. The Breakfast Club. One of my favorite '80s movies, and I don't know how many people remember this, but they brought it back to one of the theaters here about a year or two ago, and I was mad because I missed it. But Better Off Dead. OMG, I love that movie. I want my $2. I want my $2. That is one of my favorite 80s movies too. Dirty Dancing, yes. Pretty in Pink. Yes. Goonies, yes. Goonies. Breakfast Club. Yes. The Lost Boys. Oh my gosh, those were the days. Grease 1 and 2. I think most people love Grease 1. I liked Grease 2 better, the one with Michelle Pfeiffer. I'll be your girl for all seasons. I love that one. Oh, yes, Christy. Sister Act. Ah, yes. Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, I love that. Those are the good old days. Oh my God. Aliens, like the original Aliens and Aliens 2. The second one, oh my gosh, I love Sigourney Weaver in those movies. Yes. Do y'all remember, what was that one? Adventures in Babysitting. It was one of those cheesy 80s movies, but me and my brother watched it like a million times. I love that movie. Yep, those were the days. Give me the 80s movies. E.T. Those were man. Do y'all remember Roller Boogie? Does anybody remember that movie? Please tell me I'm not the only one. With Linda Blair, Roller Boogie. I am trying. I have tried high and low to find that movie to watch it again, but I can't seem to find it. Roller Boogie. God, yes, I want to see that. Yes, that was another good one. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Oh, yes. Breaking 1 and 2. Yes. You know, Ozone just died not too long ago. Yes, he died not too long ago. How sad. Ooh. Karate Kid. Yep. Man, y'all, we had some good movies back in the day. Like, woohoo. Some good ones. Man, I'm feeling all nostalgic right now. Oh, goodness. What are some of your least favorite movies? Something that was just like so awful and horrible. Don't forget to mention Ant Boy. Okay, Ant Boy. Thanks for reminding me, Junior. This is a crazy movie that my godson will watch over and over and over. Ant Boy, I don't like that movie. I'm sorry, I don't like it. Lost. Well, not a movie. She said Roger Rabbit was horrible. I actually like Roger Rabbit and Howard the Duck. I actually like those. I did not. I'm gonna say this, and I don't really like a lot of the new superhero movies. I'm sorry, I can't get into the new Marvel and DC and all. I can't get into any of those. There was this one movie. It was just so long and just drawn out. I literally fell asleep when I went to see it. I know it had Leonardo DiCaprio, but I can't think of what the name was. Like I literally fell asleep in the theater. I went with one of my exes and he wanted to see it, and I was just like, ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I'm not into a lot of the new superhero stuff. So one day at school, one of my students was asking me, who do I like better, Aquaman or something? I was like, well, if we're going to go with the latest Aquaman, not that I've ever watched the movie, but because it's Jason Momoa, I'm going to have to go with him. Inception. You know what I don't like is a lot of these so-called horror movies. The Blair Witch Project was the weakest, most hyped up movie. It was horrible. It was horrible. Okay. Like my friends and I were working overnight at the time. So we went home, got a little bit of rest, and all met up to see this Blair Witch Project because there was so much talk about it. I literally, in the middle of the movie in the theater, screamed, my daddy is scarier than this crap. It was horrible. Horrible. The Jeepers Creepers, I don't know why they kept making those. Why do y'all keep making Jeepers Creepers movies? Not cool. Not good. Not good. One that a lot of people like that I just could not get into was Top Gun. I'm just not a big Tom Cruise fan at all. Just like, not at all. Nope. So, yeah, a lot of the horror movies, I just think they're horrible. I felt like when we were younger, horror movies were good. Now, horror movies have never really scared me per se, but some of them are just so low budget and bad, super bad acting and ugh. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, those are the ones that come to mind when I think about my least favorite. Another one that I didn't like that was a big hype. Oh my god, what was it? The one with Oprah and Tandy Newton, Beloved or whatever. Oh, that was a horrible movie. Absolutely horrible. I remember we read that story in my English class in high school. Now that I think about it, we shouldn't have been reading that story. Why were they letting us read that? Um, but that movie was so awful to me. Um, didn't like that one at all. Mm-mm. Nope. But mostly the horror movies, and really mostly anything that's was made in the late 90s and so on has just kind of been like meh, and not good at all. Let's see. Next question. What movie have you watched multiple times? Well, those 80s movies, I've watched them multiple times. Color Purple, two times, too many times to mention. The Friday movie, too many times to mention. Yeah, too many times to mention. Those are the ones I can watch over and over again, over and over and over and over and over again. Um, you just can't find good ones like that anymore. Like I'm trying to think of a fairly recent movie that I wanted to watch over and over, and I can't even think of one. Um, Probably anything with Idris Elba, almost because he's just so sexy. Almost anything with Mark Wahlberg because he's so sexy. I watched The Italian Job a million times just because of Mark Wahlberg. Okay, I love me some Marky Mark. All right. Yes, I used to watch almost anything with Sean Connery over and over too. I just thought that was a sexy old man. Um, I don't know what it was. It was just something about him. I don't know. It was just something about Sean Connery. But any movie with him, Marky Mark, Idris Elba, I'll watch it over and over. There was a movie with Isaiah Washington and Clint Eastwood where Clint Eastwood was a lawyer trying to help Isaiah Washington get out of prison. And I watched it over and over because one, I love Clint Eastwood. And two, I love me some Isaiah Washington. That is a sexy man too. So I would just watch that movie over and over and over for that reason. Jumanji. Oh, I miss Robin Williams. I loved so many of his movies. So many of them. You love Sean Connery too? Ooh, that's a sexy old man. I'm sorry. Sexy old man. Yeah, and I know what it was. I remember he was in this one movie called Entrapment. I watched that over and over because he was in it. I loved it. I loved it. um, so how do you guys feel about sequels? Do you think it is should we do sequels or should we not do sequels? Should we or should we not? Now, some movies should have just stayed as they were. Do not bring anything else into this. Or there are some movies that I think the sequel came too late. You just waited too long. You just waited way too long. Jumanji with The Rock. I can't watch the original because that boy trying to like scares me. Uh, I have not seen the new Jumanji. Like I'm really one of those people that I kind of won't watch sequels. Now, I loved the Alien movies, love the Matrix movies, and they're supposed to be coming out with another. My younger brother is a Matrix fan to the core, so I'm sure he'll be happy to watch that when it comes out. Um, but some things should just stay a single movie. I actually liked the Back to the Future sequels that they came out with back in the 80s. I actually like those. Now, Michael J. Fox, y'all know he was like a little heartthrob back there. Then I like Teen Wolf, but I think they should have stopped at the one Teen Wolf movie. I don't think they should have kept going. you know, just stop. But yeah, like speaking of sequels, like I said, how in the world have there been like all these stinking Jeepers Creepers movies? How did they end up with so many sequels to the Saw movie? I think after the second Saw movie, they just should have stopped. It just kind of got ridiculous after that. A lot of these cheesy horror flicks, well, they'll just keep making another one and another one and another one. Even Friday the 13th, after some point, it was like, okay, enough is enough. And you're talking about a horrible sequel, that Jason versus Freddy from some years ago. That was bad. It was bad. It was awful. So awful. It's cheesy. Like, ugh. I don't like the Jasons here. I liked both, but like we say, it was too many of them. I love Freddy Krueger. I thought he was just too funny. Um, but now, one horror movie that I actually like some of the sequels was Hellraiser. I love the Hellraiser movies, and I think they kind of went too far with those as well. Um, ooh, I loved Hellraiser. The first one was just fabulous. Pinhead, oh my God, who couldn't love Pinhead? Like, he was awesome. He was awesome. I loved him. Loved him. But yeah, some of them. Mm-mm. So, like I said, we said some movie sequels are really, really good. Some are really, really not. Like I said, I love the sequels with the Alien. I think Alien and then Aliens was like an awesome sequel to that. Awesome sequel. It's probably one of my favorite sequels, actually. Poltergeist, I felt like they should have just stopped once the little girl died. I think it just should have been like no more after that. Um, I like the Best Man sequels. If you've ever watched the movie Best Man, I do like the sequels to those, and I think they're supposed to be coming out with another one. So yeah, I do like those sequels. I think they did a good job moving forward with those. Yeah, we kind of talked about already some of the ones that were horrible. I just can't believe and ever to bring one. So I was afraid about Coming to America. I was afraid about that one because I'm like 30 years later. Now, as soon as they talk, okay, I don't know what just happened there, but it's like my thing started clocking. Did you do something? All right. Yes. So coming to America, I must say, I was very skeptical of how they were going to do that. And I must agree with you, Christy. I think that was probably one of the best parts of it was that they were able to bring back so much of the cast. Now, I know that the three old Barber guys were mainly played by Eddie and Arsenio. But as soon as they started showing trailers, I was like, now come on now. Y'all expect us to believe those old men are still around after 30 years? Come on now. But it was nice to see that they found the other guy that was in the barbershop too and was able to bring him back. Um, yeah. Oh yes. The costumes, the music, the dancing. I love how they brought all these stars into the movie, like Morgan Freeman, and then they had Gladys Knight there singing, and I wasn't expecting them to be in the movie at all. Um, Even like how they brought the I hope this isn't a spoiler alert for people that haven't seen it, but I even like how they brought those rapping twins back in the very end. Like, what? I mean, that oldest daughter in the movie, oh my God, such a beautiful girl. Such a beautiful girl. And their costumes, like you said, were really, really nice. Really nice. It did. It brought back a lot of. I would have loved to have seen the sister, the wife's sister, because she was such a spunky one in the original cast. In the original book, I don't know if maybe she's not living and around to be a part of the movie. I don't know, but it would have been nice to have seen her um, as well. Nice that John Amos is still around to come play Mr. McDowell again. So that was pretty cool. I thought the movie turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be because I was like, there is nothing they could do at this point because it's been 30 years. Now I'm just thinking, Eddie Murphy hasn't really been on the scene much. In my opinion, he's not as funny as he used to be. And so I was really skeptical. And then I heard a lot of mixed reviews about it. But of course, I wanted to. And the costumes and the music, the dancing. And I thought it was interesting that they dug up Wesley Snipes to be in there too. Like, where did y'all find Wesley? Where did y'all find him? What y'all found Wesley Snipes? Because I have not seen him in anything in a long time. Yes, Good Times. Yes, loved Good Times. He really was an asset to that show. I loved it. My brother has them all on DVD, all the seasons. So I enjoyed watching how they pieced everything together. Yes. Yes, the swag walk. Wasn't that funny? Oh my gosh. And then they brought back Vanessa Bell Calloway. I mean, that woman still looks amazing after all these years. Amazing. She's in this other TV show these days. Hey, Teresa. How are you? Yeah, so it was like you said, it brought back a lot of memories. And one of my Facebook friends was saying that what he liked was that this sequel kind of paid homage to the original, and that was pretty cool. It wasn't more so a sequel as let's embrace what this movie was, and that was a big deal movie back when it came out, there was no movie out there like that at the time. So it was really nice. I would just watch it again just for the music and the dancing and the costumes. And what is that comedian's name that played the son's mom? Leslie. What is her? I can't think of her last name. She is so funny. So yeah, it was good. She was still barking. Yes, she was. She's still so beautiful. Even though she's older now, she still looks so good because I've watched that show that she's on. I don't know um what network it comes on. Um but the past seasons will come on Hulu, and I can't think of the name of the show right now to save my life. So Sinners and Saints and Sinners, that's what it's called. Saints and Sinners. I think we've talked about that show on here before. But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. So I have to commend Eddie. He really did a good job. Because I was afraid. For the people that didn't like it, I'm not sure why they didn't like it. Because some people were saying it was just awful. It was just awful. And it wasn't awful. That it was not. So she looked beautiful in her blue gold dress for the introduction to the general's daughter. Yes. I think it was still funny. They had some good funny jokes in there. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Like maybe they needed to go back and watch the original again and then watch this one again. I don't know. I thought it was good, and I'm very critical. I'm very critical, and I thought it was good. What about Scream? I heard Scream 5. Oh God, no, not another Scream movie. They should have stopped after like Scream 2. After Scream 2, I think they should have just let it go. Like Teddy Pendergrass says, think I better let it go. Because yeah. That takes talent to be multiple people and to bring them to life as individuals. Yes, it does. I remember when the original came out, and to find out that Eddie Murphy played the one old guy in the barbershop. Like, that was surprising to know that that was him playing that character. So that was cool. And then they brought the preacher back. They brought Randy Watson back. Sexual chocolate. Oh, Naive. I think they needed to stop after 2. I mean, the first one and the second one, I enjoyed them. But it just, how many people are going to be behind the mask? It's like, how many people are going to be behind the mask? Yeah. Randy Watson. Oh, man. The funniest thing is I've known people like Randy Watson in my lifetime. That's what makes his character that much more hilarious to me. When you watch it, Teresa, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you will. I really think it turned out really, really well. I really do. Randy. Yes. Junior.
CCC.
Go discreetly look out the blinds and see if somebody's in the yard. Discreetly. They didn't bring back Daryl because he was with Lisa's sister. Yes, that's right. Daryl wasn't there.
How would anyone be in the yard?
Now, who do you know pulls up to the yard?
My dad.
Other than him. Oh, I was waiting 10 years. Scream 3. Nightly. Oh man, that's too funny. That's too funny, Daddy. He probably drowned himself in all that soul glow. That's probably what happened. Or that soul glow caused him some mental problems from soaking all of that in. That was too much. Oh man, that is too crazy. So while we're talking about sequels, how do you guys feel about, we kind of talked about this too, how do you feel about remakes? I just think they should leave stuff well enough alone. I was angry and livid when they redid Poltergeist. How dare you? And then when they did Pet Sematary, how dare you? It's bad enough most Stephen King movies are horrible based on his books. But then for you to go and redo a Stephen King movie like Pet Sematary and the Carrie remakes, no, leave it well enough alone. We don't want the remakes. We don't want a remake. We don't. I'm trying to think of a single remake that I really enjoyed. I can't think of one. I can't think of one right now. Mulan, I haven't seen that. I really can't think of a remake that I liked. I can't think of one. There might be at least one that I like, but I can't think of anything at the moment, that's for sure. A remake that I liked. Well, The Fly was a remake. The Fly that was made in the 80s was actually a remake of an older one. And I love that movie. I love The Fly. I can't think of anything. Why can't I think of anything? I liked it because there wasn't any singing. I can't think of any other remakes that I like, guys. Can y'all think of? I can't think of one. I can't. I really can't think of one. I did not like the remake of Willy Wonka. I do not like how they took, well, Johnny Depp is always in a dark movie anyways. I do not like how they made that Willy Wonka so dark and sinister. It made me angry. Because Willy Wonka was a classic favorite. I love that movie. And they ruined that for me. It was too dark. Too dark. Nope. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Christy. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. Oh man. The Lion King remake. I've never even seen the original Lion King. Everybody looks at me crazy when I say that, but I'm just not a big Disney person. But I've never seen the original Lion King. But I heard the remake was pretty horrible. Heard that was not great at all. I really didn't like that Willy Wonka. Oh, that made me mad. I refuse to watch the Poltergeist one. I said there is no way. I refuse to watch the Pet Sematary one. No way. You do not touch those movies. No, you don't. You leave them alone. You leave them alone. You don't do remakes of certain stuff. You just Mm-mm. Especially if you're not going to do it good. If you're not going to make it better, then just don't touch it at all. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Last question I have for you guys. What movie are you looking forward to seeing soon, if anything?
Kong vs. Godzilla.
They're making a Kong versus Godzilla.
I want to watch that one. Yep.
They've made that before.
Well, they're making another one.
So, Godson says they're making another Kong versus a Godzilla. Why? It's probably going to be so computer generated and horrible. Nah, they can keep that. Mm-mm. They can definitely keep that one. No, nobody wants to see that. Kong versus Godzilla. Really? Really? No, thank you. No, thank you. I can't think of anything that's coming out that I want. Well, except this Best Man movie. This supposed to be, like I said, there's supposed to be another Best Man movie. I think I would want to watch that because I have been pleased with their sequels to the Best Man franchise. Or is it supposed to be like a TV series? That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be like a TV series. I'll have to look it up again. But I just saw that online the other day. And I was like, yay, because I like the Best Man. Yeah. Yeah, but I can't. I guess too, with everything the way that it is right now, they are still making movies, but it's not like you really see movie trailers as much as you used to. So, yeah. Transformers and Fast and Furious. Are they making more of those? Because they've done a ton of Fast and Furious movies. I think I stopped watching those like after the second or third one, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. Man, they have made a lot of sequels to that. You know, it was kind of hard to watch them after that one guy died with his sexy self. What was his name? Paul something. But yeah, I can't. There's nothing that I know of that's coming out that I would want to see. But then again, I don't really look for anything. I'm just mainly checking to see what Netflix is gonna have the next month. I'm always seem to be looking forward to something on Netflix. And speaking of Netflix, oh my gosh, let me put this in. Paul Walker. Yes, that was his name. If you have not seen this on Netflix, you must go watch Behind Her Eyes. I have never, ever watched a movie that left me so mind blown as that. Well, it's really like a limited series. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to watch it, you have to pay close attention to everything. Everything. Now, there were some things I picked up on, but I was like, nah, I'm tripping. But I wasn't tripping. Oh my goodness. But I was still mind blown in the end. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all need to watch that and we'll discuss it. I think there's like, I don't know how many episodes. Watch it before next week. Watch it before next week. So we can talk about it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to go back and watch it again. Christy's got jokes. She said the new Happy Planner release. Oh goodness, that's too funny. Oh man. Well, yes, so that's where we're at with movies. Again, I don't know. I think, like I said at the beginning, I think it's really awesome that Brittany from Coffee Player Mom, her and her family have a movie night religiously every week. I think that is so cool, and that they take turns and um, selecting a movie to watch. If I were to do a movie night with this little boy, we'd be watching the same movie all the time. He would, I can guarantee you, he would be trying to pick the same movie over and over. I'm waiting on Ozark to come back on. I have not watched it. I hear a lot of people talking about that show. What is that about? I've never watched it though. Never watched. So I'm there was one movie I kept trying to watch on Netflix, but I kept falling asleep. What is it called? Crazy Stupid Love. I'm gonna try for a third time. If I fall asleep again, then that means the movie's just not worth watching. But I'm gonna try it one more time. Drug Smugglers. Jason Bateman. He's still around, huh? I remember when we were in elementary school, his sister came to talk to us, Justine Bateman. She came to our school to talk to us. I think she was talking to us about, being drug free. If I'm not mistaken, that's what she gets. It's kind of ironic that that's what this show is about. Yeah, I'll never forget her coming to our elementary when we were younger. Okay, drugs. Is it similar to? Okay. What's the name of the show that? Oh man, it just left me. I tried watching that and I haven't been able to get into that one yet. Oh man, the guy with the meth lab or whatever. What was that one called? Everybody was watching that show. With the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Oh man, what is it called? Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. So is Ozark similar to Breaking Bad in a sense? Because I still have, yeah, it's like I need to try watching Breaking Bad again. I think the problem was I started watching it one night really, really late when I was just trying to watch something and to get me to fall asleep. And I just need to try and watch that again. I need them to finish that backstory. I need more Better Call Saul. I've never heard of that one. Where have I been? Where have I been? Y'all have to go watch Behind Her Eyes. Watch it, because we're gonna have to talk about that. OMG. Okay, where are y'all watching Better Call Saul? What channel or streaming network is that on? Better Call Saul. So Better Call Saul is a Breaking Bad spinoff? Or Ozark is a Breaking Bad spinoff? That way I know which one to watch first. Because I have not watched Breaking Bad yet. I definitely need to watch that. The last thing I really, really binged was Married to Medicine, because I was hearing all this talk about the lawsuit with the one lady, and I binged that. And yeah, so Better Call on AMC. I wonder if I can get AMC on my Roku. I'm gonna have to try that. But I do need to watch Breaking Bad first. Okay, gotcha. All righty. How many seasons are there of Breaking Bad? Does anybody know? Because my brother kept telling me, you gotta watch that, you gotta watch that. And so I'm gonna have to get on that one. A lot. A lot. All right, I got a lot to watch then. And then I can go from there. All right, so y'all's homework tonight is to watch Behind Her Eyes on Netflix if you've got access to that. I've wanted to watch Wentworth, Teresa. I've heard that is a pretty good one. I've heard that's pretty good. So you got your homework and watch Behind Her Eyes, and we will discuss this. We will discuss that. Okay. So I'm going to get off of here because I've made little godson be very, very quiet so I can get through this live. And I know it's killing him because he can't laugh and enjoy his video game like he was doing before I got on here. But yes, I have a video to edit as well. And I have Breaking Bad to go watch. So now I got something to go watch tonight. I can start on Breaking Bad. Yeah. So I'm going to end that with y'all. It's on Netflix. Behind Her Eyes is on Netflix. And it's ooh, that movie. Oh, I'm good. Whew. All right. Well, don't forget to slay, guys. Subscribe, like, accept the alerts if you have not done so already. Okay. And don't forget, I watched Ava and it was good. I just didn't like the ending. I wanted more, but otherwise it was good. I love to watch kick-ass women in movies. Like, I love it. That's why I love Kill Bill. I can watch Kill Bill all day. And the second one, I can watch those Kill Bill movies all day long. But yeah, I didn't like the way Ava ended. I wanted more for that ending. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys next time. I think Kate has her live this week. I know Brittany, Coffee Player Moms, she's going to be going live also, I think Thursday as well, but she goes live, I think an hour after Kate based on the time difference. So if you want to catch her live as well. All right. Yes, enjoyed you girls as normal. And we're going to let him just get a little loud with his little game because I know that's what he's dying to do. And I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.